Hello, my friends. I'm Pearlo Wisdom, and you're listening to Rico and Pearlo's House of Hymes Exotic Picks Frolic, or Exotic Hymes Picks Frolic. Whichever one you want to do is fine with me. Which one do you like? We're having a pretty great day, especially this one here. I had huge on this. Ian Cameron from the Ice Guys. This was his best bet, was the over here. I also had Vegas team total over 2.5. And I had, and you guys know this, I've been saying now the Oilers could come back and get 2 goals here, so I shouldn't say this too loudly, but Vegas third period puck line has been absolutely fantastic. And we got the over in the second period again. I didn't put as much on it because it missed the last 2 games, but I did take it. Because it's just a really good trend, and I don't think it's going to stop just because it missed a couple times. It's not going to hit every time, but over second period. So this game has been absolutely awesome for me. I'm going to share this out to the land. It doesn't sound like Dre's got some. It doesn't sound like Dre's going to be able to be on, and Rico doing all the work he's doing for Hymes Body Lube there in Mexico. He's got to get his naps in. You know what I mean? So I'll probably be doing this on my own today. Are the Oilers still in the shitter? What do you mean, my shitter? Yeah, I predicted that they would have, because this is an easier scheduling for them this week. They're getting look at all they're getting a whole bunch of teams in bad spots. Like this is a bad spot for Vegas with no Eichel and all that. And look, they're coming back in the third. I took Vegas puck line third period because they are an incredible third period team. Connor Ingram, I mean, if he looked okay, they were shooting right at him. They weren't. But now the Oilers' legs are starting to fall off and Vegas comes back. I wouldn't be surprised. I would bet them to win here in money line right now. Why not? I didn't bet them to win. I bet the over. I bet their team total over. First period over, big. I love that. And second period over. So I hit a lot. Yeah, I had everything on the Sens too. That was a terrible Boston spot. Sens are starting to roll. Let's get them back to winning the Adams so I can get that plus 650 for that. Look at Detroit. Actually, we'll go back on that. I didn't have. That was one of the few times I have not had anything but like the draw and a couple of small bets on a game. I didn't trust Washington and puck line and in regulation. Yes, I got that. What is going on with? Are you guys having the same problems I am with NHL Net right now? It's just showing second intermission. It's not updating. Yeah, still Avalanche Wild, like it stopped. So what was the final score in that Dallas game? Yeah, I had Dallas puck line. We talked about that. After careful consideration going over it, I'm just like, Toronto sucks. We talked about it for a long time, and I just said, Toronto sucks, even though it was a bad spot for Dallas. Okay, it was 5-1. I haven't been updating. Good. Team total over, puck line in regulation. Yeah, it was a good day. Okay. Hopefully we get hopefully for reasons exotic, I won't get into it, but it's had a little family problem or something like that going on. And if he shows up today, it means it's good. So let's hope he shows up today for that reason. If he doesn't, don't matter. Sunday night anyways. I'll be on the Ice Guys tomorrow for these 4 games we're going to be running down. So I like to do this. Hey, Tim. How you doing, my buddy? Thanks for coming in. Pearlo's NHL, or what am I talking about? Hymes Body Lube. It's the best there. I said it. We have, what's that? Blood Orange. I didn't like the blood orange, but it's actually a pretty good seller. blood orange, Hymes body lube. If you're into the blood orange, I recommend it if you like the blood orange because it's selling well. I don't know. Anyway, are you guys blood orange fans? Do you know what a blood orange is? Yeah, it is kind of a tough slate. I just quickly looked at it and it looks like a tough slate. So I'm gonna share this out to the Twitter. Just some interesting stuff. We will be going back and forth on Dre's channel to my channel in the next week. So go over to Exotic Picks at Exotic Picks if you're not subscribed to Dre yet at Exotic Picks on Twitter, and you can get his links and all of those sort of things like that and get yourself subbed up there, or you'll be missing some of this fine frolic. We are also working on something special too that will be interesting. I'll let you know when we have it figured out, but it's going to be something pretty cool. And it looks like I'm going to get a logo. Yeah. And we're going to be doing the logo. It's going to be Mr. Hymes. Mr. Hymes is going to actually be part of the logo. That's pretty exciting. The originator and creator and founder of Hymes Body Lube. So he will be in the logo. I'll just give you that. So you'll know. I'll give you a little hint on that. All right. Come join the fine frolic. Okay. Yes, I did place goalie props. I did wall step over 27.5, man. 5 units. As soon as it popped up, I grabbed it. Though it didn't even seem high to me, 27. It certainly wasn't. It flew way over. That was the only one I had. The other ones, I mean, I liked Quick a little bit, but I ended up not taking it. I just really loved that one. So that was pretty much my day. I'll go over all my picks for the day before we get into the card. Oh, yeah, I can't. I guess I can look at the games, but I don't even know I got to look somewhere else at the score. You had Quick? Good for you. Good for you. I should have played it. I kind of felt bad that I didn't play it. I don't know why this isn't like NHL Net is something's wrong with their site, I guess. I got to look at a different site. But the Sabres won 3-1. I kept on rolling with the Sabres and my Predators. I had guess I'll have to use ESPN. Do you think they would update their? It's terrible what they do. Okay, Capitals Red Wings. I had virtually nothing, but I did have the draw a little bit. I didn't really love that game at all. I didn't trust the Capitals during day games and this time of year, and I really probably should have played the Red Wings, but I didn't. So if you talk to, it was just not a game I was really could find anything into. I would have if I had leans to the under, but I didn't put anything on it. I didn't even like props or anything in that game. Avalanche, I talked about it last night, man. This was an Avalanche spot. I had the Avalanche money line and in regulation and first period puck line. I wish I would have. I had my finger hovering over wild team total under, but I just had to give them a little respect for how well they were playing. But I really thought the Avalanche was going to take this one down. So Senators, yeah, team total over. Did Kachuk get his shots? I had Kachuk for shots in this game. How do I, Gamecast box score. I doubt he did because they were up 6-2 going into the third. Nope, he didn't. He didn't get it. So he wasn't going to be shooting all that much. The whole team wasn't going to be shooting that much. I wish it would have been stayed a little closer. He would have got it for sure. So I had Brady Kachuk over shots. Like I said, I have a lot of little props that I have, like little parlay point props and stuff like that. And those little props keep me afloat. I just keep on banking. And then I got my everyday props like Sergachev over shots, which I had today. And I put 2 to 3 units on those. So between Sergachev over shots and Wallstedt over saves, I made 8 units off of those. So, sorry, 7 units. 7.5 units over those two. And this over here, this game here, I was about 11 units. I put 2 units on the over, a unit on the team total over, half a unit on the third period puck line for Vegas. So it's a 3.5. So it's like over 10 units. All the rest of the games, there's little bets here and there. Those are my big plays, and when my big plays come in, I'm way up. And when they don't come in, I'm down for the day quite a bit. But it doesn't happen very often, it seems. All right, let's see if I can do this with the ESPN site. I don't know what's going on with the NHL site. I wouldn't mind seeing Vegas tie this up. I don't have the draw. It doesn't really matter, just so I can watch more hockey, I guess. It doesn't really matter to me who wins this game. I had the Sabres. I talked about it last night. I'm riding the Sabres, but I'll tell you, I had made that bet last night. I was worried when Meyer came back. Hughes came back. Grizzly came back. I'm like, oh shit, I'm probably in trouble here. But the good news about that is, and I talked about it last night, was that usually when big guys come back like that, the first game, it doesn't really work out that very well. And as you see, it didn't. Sabres won 6 in a row, and I've been riding them. And I wasn't really sure about that one this game, but when I get riding a team and I think they're going to go on a run, I just keep riding them. I don't know about the next game. Probably I'll be leaning to riding them right away. I really think that the Sabres are turning things around. I thought it was a nice move picking up Kekalainen. Canadians, Penguins, I just had a whole bunch of little props here. I had Caulfield for point, Crosby for a goal, stuff like that. And I put a sliver on the over, but I didn't put much on it. I did like the Penguins just because it just works out that way that whoever won the last one And I just thought the Penguins cannot go forever without scoring. And there was a really good chance the Canadians could just score enough to get it over anyways. And when you do these home and home back-to-backs, it is uncanny how many times, if it was an under the first one, it's an over the second. If it was an over the first one, it's an under the second. So I didn't put much on it. I put a bunch of little props on it. Raquel for a point. Raquel for a goal, Crosby assist, all those kind of little things like that. I think I had Brazeau for a point. I did a whole bunch of little stuff. Slafkovsky. Yeah, I just figured there was probably going to be goals in there, so I went more with props, and I did pretty good. I mean, I didn't. It just builds me up a little bit. Of course, the Predators, was that in overtime, or did the Predators win that in regulation? What a terrible thing for them. I had the draw in that game. Let me see. Gamecast. This ESPN site is brutal. It was, no, it wasn't a draw. They won in regulation. Okay. But so I didn't really have a hell of a lot on that, except one fair size bet on bunting over shots. I had a half a unit on bunting over shots. I should have had more, but I had half a unit. Like a Christmas tree was an easy, of course. Dallas, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dallas was not a good spot. Like, it really wasn't. But Toronto just... Berube's going to get fired. It's not going to change a damn thing. It's just... I don't think it will anyways. It went just as I did. I don't know. Have you guys listened to my preview of the Toronto Maple Leafs? Go on my site. If you go down to my videos, just go down to where I did the season preview of the Toronto Maple Leafs, where I bet. I didn't predict them to miss the playoffs. I bet them to miss the playoffs at plus 350. I didn't say for sure they're missing the playoffs or anything like that. But I thought there is a plus 350 reasonable chance that they would miss the playoffs. And I say my reasons why in that video. I'd highly recommend you check it out. Oh, I thought Vegas just scored. No, it looks like, okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, I thought it went in, but I guess it didn't go. What other games were there? And then, oh yeah, the Maple Leafs. I mean, yeah, I had the Stars puck line. I talked about it last night. I had people actually messaging me because I post things on Twitter and stuff like that and say, how do we know what you're saying is true? Because, like, if I have nights like night today where I hit everything, and I'm like, I do shows every night. You can go watch them. Like, it's recorded right here. Go watch the show. My gosh, like but yeah, I had the Stars, I had the team total over, everything. It started off slow, but I guess they just slammed them in the third. And I even had the Mammoth last night. I even took the Mammoth for a little bit. I did have no goals. I had no goals first 5 and under, though. So I actually think I had Barrett Hayton over shots. He didn't get that, but Sergachev over shots hit. That's right. So Sergachev over shots at home is an insta play until it shows otherwise. And the Rangers are zombies, yes. The Rangers in Toronto are basically the same team. They have no heart whatsoever. I think the little difference, though, I think Matthews is playing very hurt. And it's really damaging the team. And like I said, in that preview video, that preview show that pre-season video that I did, I mentioned that when Nylander and Domi and these guys that float around all over the place, that Berube was not going to be allowing them to do that this year. As soon as Marner was gone, I mean, he used Marner in that situation. He didn't trust anybody last year but Marner to play in the D zone as far as forwards were concerned. On the PK against everybody's top line. The only forward that was in he was number 5 last year in minutes played against elite competition. Number 5 in the league. The other 9 players in the top 10 were defensemen. And that's what it's supposed to be. Defensemen are on the ice more. The best defensemen should be playing against elite competition more than forwards. Marner was 5th out of defensemen. That is crazy, dude. And now they don't have them, and somebody's got to do it, and they're all bitching and complaining. So, sad sack team, all right. Sad sack team. I'm just going to make sure. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be coming on today. He said, I'll see what time I get back, but I mean, no, they didn't win, but that's all right. I didn't care about the win. Yeah, he didn't even get back to my message. So we'll start looking at that. We only got a 4-game card. I will look at anything major that happened today. Tristan Jarry's out week to week. Frederick scratched. I didn't notice that. Will be a healthy scratch. That was one of the worst signings. I did not understand that signing. I did not understand it. It looks like he just took the bag and said, okay, I'm good. Kane will not be back until Christmas for Detroit. But John Leonard has been playing really well. That guy, I mean, he had 19 goals in 20 games in the minors. And Monton Bull won't be back. I don't think that really matters. He probably doesn't even want to come back because I don't think they're going to be. Okay. He's made 2 appearances in the AHL, but if he does come back, he's going to be sitting on the bench. I mean, that Fowler is definitely the new. And, of course, JT Miller out week to week, which might have affected the game today. Penn should look into moving some veterans. Oh, really? This is on Pro Hockey Rumors. I suppose so, right? Yeah, they'll be moving veterans. All right. Okay. First game we will be looking at is Tampa Bay Lightning and the St. Louis Blues. I imagine this is juiced all the shit, minus 238. Yeah. And I don't really care. I can't bet the Blues. Plus 195. Try to make a case for this. They just beat the Florida Panthers, but I mean, that was a terrible spot. This isn't a terrible spot. Tampa Bay just came back against Carolina and won that game. They still got problems on their defense, but plus 194. I mean, honestly, I get it. They're on the road. They're not really good. I mean, every time we see a big number, we go, what? But, I mean, St. Louis Blues, they have kind of 1-1, lost 1, 1-1, lost 1, 1-1 the last couple games, and they are 2-1 on the road, although they didn't deserve to win against Montreal. They didn't deserve to win against Ottawa. They got their ass spanked by Nashville, and then they go home and go. Who did they beat? Chicago, Winnipeg. The loss to the Rangers, and then go out and play one against Florida. They go home after this and play Nashville, then Buffalo, and then Colorado. And Tampa, how many games is it? 18, 19. 22nd. So they haven't had, it's not a back to back, it's a 2-game road trip. Oh, it's a look ahead spot for Tampa Bay. They got Florida again. They got Florida and then Montreal. Jeez. Yeah. How am I going to bet that game? Honestly, yeah. I mean, you almost have no choice but to give the Blues a shot there. You almost have no choice to give the Blues a shot. They're forcing you to take the Blues. Why is everything moving? So they're going to take Holmberg for maybe on top line by looks of it. Holmberg, Braden Point, and Kucherov, Gunsel, Sorelli, Paul. That's not bad. Filling it out a little bit, but it doesn't look like Hagel, Hedman, Lileberg, or Chernak are even close to coming back. Curtis Douglas must be just happy and shit. Finally he gets a whole bunch of NHL money he probably never would have got if it wasn't for all of these injuries. I really hate taking St. Louis. I wonder if the standings are working in the NHL net. Blues first goal. I know they've scored the goal in 14 of the 18 games. The only thing is, in this case, Tampa Bay is like a really good first period team. They're very good. Oh, 7 last 10. I thought they were. I guess they aren't good first period team. Maybe the over in the first period might be the play. If Hofer's starting, it sounds like they kind of went with a number one on there. Yeah, little plays like that. Maybe I'll do a Pearlo special. Blues to score in the first period, Tampa to score in the second. I like that. Pearlo special. Blues to score in the first, Tampa to score in the second. I'm going to have to get inventive with this game. I'm going to have to get inventive. What is going on with their site? Standings. Can I see standings at least? Doesn't look like it. The NHL Network site is down or something. It's really weird. All right, I'll look at ESPN. I just can't stand going to ESPN. Like if you're going to have a site and you're a big sports network, like do something. This is absolutely like looks like 1980s stat shit. It's brutal. Tampa Bay is pretty comfortable, but just behind Boston. So ahead of Ottawa, Buffalo. I mean, I know it's a look ahead spot, but I don't like this one as much as I like the Blues over Florida. I don't like this one. I could see a draw. I'll play a bit on the draw. But I could much more see in this. Tampa Bay's not really a letdown team too much. But if you're gonna bet it, you probably gotta bet it. Maybe the Blues plus 1.5 draw, something like that. Um I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, just dependent on the NHL app. Yeah, and the NHL app is not working. It's too bad. I mean, shit happens, right? I'm not gonna bitch out them or anything, but it just shows you how good of a product they have when you're ticked when they're not there. Thomas and Falk, yeah. I would take that Holmberg to get a goal. He's up on the top line. Um, Vasilevsky. Are they going to play Binnington ever again, or is it going to be Hofer? I don't want to take Tampa minus 1.5. St. Louis is on the road. They just beat Florida. Bet spanked Florida, so they're coming in fat. That's what I don't like about St. Louis to score a goal tomorrow in the first period. They're coming in like overconfident, and they're a team that is voodoo character wise. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I'll probably put a little bit on it, but I won't put as much as I've been. 3 starts to Binnington 1. I mean, give me a Binnington here. What's the total? Yeah, give me a Binnington, and I'll take over 5.5 in this game. I really think Tampa Bay wins this game. And I know it's for Florida, it was different. Florida, it seemed like a worse spot. It seemed like more of a Florida thing to do. But now that the Blues beat Florida, I could easily see them come here and just get the shit spanked out of them. Even though Florida has that look ahead spot, or Tampa has that look ahead spot against Florida. The problem is, see, the thing about the look ahead spot here is they kind of struggled against Carolina. They just got a bunch of people back. I just don't get the impression that Tampa feels comfortable in their situation. They've got some weak D that are getting tired. They haven't played this kind of games in the NHL before. I mean, ass toast and Crevier, is it Crevier or whatever? I mean, those guys haven't played in the NHL all that much, and they've been playing in for quite a bit. Although I can say this, you got to take Jonathan Berggren. You got to take him for a goal or point or whatever. He's been doing well since they brought those kids up, Otto Steinberg and brought in Jonathan Berggren. There has been a change of kind of energy there, and that bringing in youth can cure a little bit of staleness and remind you like why you got into this game in the first place. So I'm not saying I'm going to bet Tampa. It's minus 135, and it's not the greatest spot. It's a look ahead and all that kind of stuff like that. I think I'll go the over though. The Blues are starting to get their mojo going. I think the over 5.5 is probably one of the plays here. Oh, it's the last game before the break. Right. Thank you. I didn't look at that properly. Aren't they playing Florida right after that? But it doesn't matter. That's not a look ahead spot. It's the last game before the break. St. Louis goes home and plays Dallas one more. I know this is Tampa Bay's going to want to finish this off. I mean, this is not a team that usually gets caught up in like festivities and stuff like that. They're a much more. I hate to say it, but during the regular season, they're a much more. They take it this regular season more serious than Florida does. But I mean, on the same note, they know how to coast through. I just don't feel like they're totally comfortable in their position right now. You've got, they've already seen Kucherov out, Hagel out, that young D. They don't know when they're coming back. I don't think they're in a situation right now where they could just feel like they could just coast and kind of just not worry about this one. So I'm thinking I'll put a little bit on the Pearlo special, and I think if I remember correctly, they're a good second period too. And they got a bunch of young guys there. I know they're young and they're getting tired, but those young guys are trying to earn paychecks, man. They're not going to be looking ahead to Christmas. They're still wide-eyed and ready to go and wanting to play hard. I think St. Louis could come in after if they lose this one, wow, we won against Florida at least. I feel like they would be a little more towards that than anything. As much as I want to take the Blues, I really do at that price. I really do. But if I look at the spot, it's not a look ahead spot. Tampa's not secure in a playoff position. They don't know when they don't know when the big guys are going to be coming back. So, they need every point right now. They need points right now because, they do get the break to hopefully get people healthy and stuff like that. I don't love it. I don't know what to do with it except for I'm just looking at the money line second period. Go last 10 because they had a bad start. I don't want to. Yeah, not great. St. Louis, not great either. Six, 8. Nine, 8, 5. Yeah. I think I more trust Blues to score a goal in the first period in this case, and Tampa to score in the second. I kind of like a little bit on the 5.5, over 5.5. I just think with Binnington and net, I don't think they're going to kill each other before Christmas either. There's two different divisions. Maybe a little bit on the draw. Draw wouldn't be a bad look here. I could see a draw. I could see a draw. Draw or Tampa Bay -1's a better price. But a little bit on the over, a little bit on the draw. I could see both teams. Like if Tampa Bay's looking ahead to the offs, getting to the break, that they could let St. Louis back. I could also see 1-1 after the first. And I mean, if that's the case, it probably ends in an under and it finishes 2-2 and goes to overtime and both get a point. I could definitely see that. Probably get a pretty decent price on the draw. But my gut says that Tampa wants to go into the break on point after a pretty shaky lead up to the break with the injuries. That's what my gut says. My gut says that Tampa's going to puck line this. That's what my gut says. So I'll see if I actually do it tomorrow. I mean, I'm not afraid to take puck lines in juicy spots. I took a puck line with Dallas today. It's a juicy spot. I mean, I didn't even mind it. It was -200 last night, -205 or something like that. I actually got a good price. Because, like I was saying yesterday, it was like, to me, Toronto right now should be priced as you would price Chicago or Seattle or, Calgary. They should be priced there. So you're getting really good value. You're still getting good value to bet against Toronto because they still have the name and they're giving them, even though it's dwindling, but it's still pretty good. All right. Props in this game. I already mentioned a couple props that you could do. Of course, our only defenseman there. Why do I always forget his name? Oh, Radish. Radish for an assist, probably shots, stuff like that. He's probably going to be in on it. And maybe Kucherov over 1.5 points. Under 500 versus the Blues. That's a good point too, Rich. Yeah, I think they win. I think they wagon the Blues here. I really do. I really do. They got everybody. They got a lot of guys back. They don't have everybody back, but they kind of had a shaky first up to the break. So I think they come correct here myself too. All right. Go on to the next game. If it's Binnington, I'll look to the team total over. It's so juiced. Oh, it's -120 for the team total over. The only problem is Tampa Bay hasn't been scoring a lot as of late. Although they did get it going against Carolina. Yeah, I forgot about that. They did get 5 in Carolina. So they probably broke that whatever funk they were in. Yeah, I don't mind the team total over here. Don't mind it a bit. All right. Vancouver versus the Flyers. +114, -135 for the Flyers. I mean, how do you disrespect Vancouver, man? They're just getting it done. They're just getting it done. It's going to be Vladar against Demko. That's a big thing. I'm definitely going to play the draw here. I could so see a draw here for sure. I mean, Philadelphia is a heavy draw team as it is. Let me bring it up here. So Vancouver's 15-8-0 on the road. Philadelphia's got a really good home record, eh? No. Home 10-5-4. Vancouver's 11-7 I mean, they're good on the road. Probably because they've been wanting to get away from that media. They have played 4 games now and 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This will be 3 games in 4 nights. Coming off a pretty good trip. Philadelphia, and they've only won 1 game in their last 6. I could only go with Vancouver here. And they were on the road too. Like they're coming home from an Eastern road trip, but it's still an Eastern road trip. Yeah, it just seems like current form would you got to play Vancouver, I think. You look at that Vancouver team and you wonder how they're doing it, but the fact of the matter is they're doing it. Yeah, I definitely like the draw. I just came over and saw that, Rich, because I'm over at the other side. I definitely will be playing on the. I think draw and dog here. Draw and dog. There's some sort of like Vancouver has been playing mostly to the under, except for the Boston game. I mean, they don't have a lot of scoring. It's been a mixed bag for Philadelphia, except for the last 2 games. And head to head, it's been straight under the last 4. How many shots on goal has Vancouver had? Now, Vancouver has the only thing that has me worried about taking Vancouver is they've been winning games, and a lot of them they've been grossly outshot. They go like 22-42. They've been relying on their goaltenders quite a bit. And Philadelphia has a tendency to shoot a lot. Not too bad. At home, yeah, they got Carolina shut them down, and Vegas shut them down. 30-25 against Colorado. It seems like against lesser teams, and Vancouver still should be considered a lesser team right now, although they're in a bit of a run. They shoot a little more, so I might look at. I think you might get a 22.5 for Demko here. I wouldn't mind looking at that. Yeah, I mean, this lineup's ugly. If you're gonna bet Vancouver, just don't look at the lineup. But they're very well coached. Adam Foote has really got this team playing well, considering what they have in there. Linus Carlson's been on fire. I mean, they've been getting a lot of depth. I remember Sasson scored just recently. Like they're getting a lot of depth scoring. And their defense isn't that bad, so oh right, this is Tocchet's former team, right? Forgot about that. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, shit. Thanks for reminding me, John. That changes things a bit. Yeah. That's why I lean to the over. If the Flyers are ready to go and they're playing for their former coach, like that's fired up stuff. That's not let's shut this team down. You know, like you ever hear like guys go rah rah before when they like they're really in an energy spot? They don't go out there thinking let's shut this team down. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, that is a good point though. Playing against his old team. But then Vancouver's playing against their old coach too. And I really think they love Foot. I do. I've saw some interviews with them, and it's not like normal. Oh yeah, I know he's a good guy type stuff like that. Like they speak like they're in awe of Adam Foot. Like this team really loves Adam Foot. So I know Philadelphia's going to be ready, but I think Vancouver's going to be ready too. So I think the over is the play here. Denver Barkley, yeah. Who's out? Who's he replacing? Oh, Garnet Hathaway. Oh, Christian Dvorak is hurt. Carl Grunstrom. He's up there on the top line. So they got some injuries here too. I mean, that Denver Barkley guy got 2 assists, but Vancouver has San Jose and Seattle next. San Jose, so they're going home after this one. I mean, I could see a letdown spot. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I like the draw. Probably would be my favorite. I mean, there's only 4 games, so they went. They haven't really been playing to the draw. They've been winning the regulation, Vancouver, except for the last game. But Philly's got lots of draws in there. Yeah, draw seems likely, and if they're going to be fired up. They're going to be shooting, so I'll take Demko over saves. And it's the normal stuff when it comes to props. Like I said, I got a lot of little props. I'm going to be setting something up here soon where you will get my specialized props. But I don't know when it's going to be done, but we're working on something so you can start doing it. Because I used to post like all those little props that I do on Twitter, and it takes too long. It takes too long. It takes too long, and most people don't care. So I don't do it anymore. Last game before the break. Okay, so they have I got to remember that fucking break. Last game before the break. Could be a letdown spot for Vancouver. The Flyers play Tuesday at Chicago. So they're going, oh, shit, what am I doing? This is the front part of a back-to-back this is a draw spot. Absolutely. A draw spot. No doubt about it. Cool. Dre should be in the chat here somewhere. He's so much better at knowing all those little details and stuff like that. I miss him when he's not here. One of the reasons is I can't use my daily face off on my computer while I'm on the stream. So I got to bring it up on my freaking phone because all the advertising that's on there. It's just wretched. I just don't see a letdown spot for Vancouver. I'm going to take draw and dog. Philadelphia's got to go. I mean, Philadelphia needs this game too. I'm going to take draw and dog and a little bit on the over. Yeah, no letdown exactly with Talkett on the other side. And I mean, they're still improvement mode. That's the thing about Vancouver. They lost Hughes, and that was like, I think it seemed like a weight on the team, and that's gone now. And they know what their team is, and they're just going out and playing hard for Foot, man. Telling you, this Foot guy, we know who he is. He was great defenseman for the Colorado Avalanche. He was fucking awesome defenseman. One of the most underrated defensemen of all time. And the more I watch him, the more I see an amazing coach, like Spencer Carberry level good. Ladar's day to day is going to be Ersson. Oh, Vancouver all day. And I love my over. Sorry, Ersson's just not good. Philadelphia can play as hard as they want. They got Ersson in there. Yeah, this is an over. Over, draw, 3-3. Hey, look at that. Everybody. West Coast hockey, thanks. I miss you, buddy. Yeah, if it's Ersson, Vancouver, and Vancouver team total over, I agree. I totally agree. And then I'd be looking at some Vancouver goal props there. DeBrusque has been flying pretty good. Rossi got a couple points last game. He's not really a goal scorer so much, but you could take him for an assist if it's a decent price. I would just parlay that line. Oh, they got Garland up there now. DeBrusque goes down to the second line. Why do they keep on playing David Kampf in the second line? I don't get it. But I just parlay that line. Garland overshots. When he's on the top line, he always shoots from everywhere. If he's on the second line, you can't take him on. When he's on the top line, you can. Team total over, yeah. I like that. What is the team total over? Team total. Minus 135. I take it now. Anyways. Vancouver's been going over that consistently, I believe. Oh, shit, yeah. The last 3 games against the Rangers, which I believe was that with Quick or Shesterkin? It might have been with Quick. They have been getting backups from what I can remember. No, they had Swayman. They went over. The first game of this road trip, they didn't go over, and they were struggling to score before then. And ever since the trade, they've been going over this 2.5. So Philadelphia has allowed 5 against. This was on the road, but at home, I mean, they've been giving up a lot of goals. So that's the play for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I like the over and I did that with Vegas today. I took the team total over for Vegas. They were really trying to talk up how Ingram, the defense was really bad down there and all this kind of stuff like that. And he didn't look good today. He didn't look good today. Most of the shots were right at him. And then I really didn't like it when Vegas made that little play and he was out of position and they went past and he kind of looked at his defense and went like he was blaming the defense. Fuck, I don't like that shit, man. That's not good, especially when it's your first game. The soft landing, trying to without Eichel and stuff like that. But he didn't look good. They're in trouble. They played, I got to say, they played really well and they faded down the stretch, which can't really blame them. It was a tough road trip once the legs started going. That's why I took Vegas third period puck line. Vegas third period puck line, man. Or money line if you can get it at a good price, play it both. But move on to the next game. Oh, this is going to be an absolute minus 192 Ducks in reg. I challenged this Kraken team to do it again. Too. San Jose was a little different. Anaheim, because that was the first time they were a favorite. I was worried about that. I mentioned it on the show. I mentioned on the show that I said, "Is this their first time being a favorite?" And that these young kids, man, they're so much to learn in the NHL to not get overconfident, and young players have a tendency to get overconfident. But Ducks they beat Columbus. I mean, I could see them doing something similar here too, but I can't back the Kraken. Weirdly enough, you almost want to take the over here. They have been scoring, which doesn't make any sense at all because they have nobody in the lineup to score. So Stahl is okay now, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, they're a young team. They got a little cocky. It was the first time that they really could. I don't know. I don't see that with this Anaheim team so much. He wasn't injured other than his ego. Who's that? I missed that. Did I say something about that? What was that about Westbrook? I should bring you on here, buddy. Be easier that way. Are you? If you want to, you're welcome to come on anytime. 3 games and 4 nights for the Ducks, all at home. I don't like that. Yeah, they got their ass kicked. Played the back to back. That's 3 games and 4 nights after coming off of a road trip. It's not a great spot for Anaheim. There's a lot of not great spots. Is this the last game before the? And they have nothing after this till after the break. And Seattle is on the front side of a back to back. So we could see Grubauer here. They got to play Grubauer eventually. Maybe they play him against LA. Maybe they disrespect LA like Dallas did. Oh, I was wondering if Dostal was okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's back. Like he's perfectly okay. They'll play him here. Seattle's got one more game, so it's whether they're going to play Grubauer here or they're going to play him against LA. I think they'll probably play him against LA. Actually, because LA doesn't have their number one goaltender. I think it'll be Joey DeCord here. Yeah, I know. Over 3.5 would definitely be a play. And it shows you how much over respect they're getting because it's just Seattle and it's juiced to the 6.5 for fuck's sakes. Holy shit. That's a little crazy. Recent history, it's been more under than over, but different. I don't like those kind of trends. I mean, Seattle's been played 3 games, 3 times. Well, not to the over this total. It's 4-2. Gets San Jose win, loss, loss, loss. And they're coming off of a win after a long losing streak. But I mean, Anaheim's got to have their shit together too. They just came off of an unsuccessful road trip, one against Columbus. I could let down, but I don't. As soon as I go over and look at Seattle's roster, I can't take. How do you fuck do you take that shit? They caught San Jose in a spot, but I think it's Anaheim team total over, and I don't even mind the in regulation here. Oh yeah, Seattle's 0-17 on the second half of a back to back. Yeah, it's Anaheim. It's just how do you bet it? Oh yeah, that's how you bet it. Who won the first period in that Seattle game? I think they've been getting better at their first period, Seattle. Because they used to be they only had one win on the road this year. Now they have two. So they must yeah, it was against San Jose. They were no, what am I doing? No, it's still they've only got one win on the first in the first period. And Anaheim is 8-7-2 at home in the first period. I'd still do it. Ducks puck line first period. Probably over. Anaheim's just you're probably leaning to the over on everything with Anaheim. 11-5-1 to the first period over. Seattle is actually a first period under team. Seven, 3-7 to the second period over, and Seattle 10-4-2. There you go. Second period over. Anaheim puck line first period, second period over. I don't want to do the 6.5. You can get the second period over at 2 at probably about -110, something like that. And if it's only a 2, it pushes. Yeah, you could sprinkle on the draw too. And this is a young team. They could be kind of going off to the break. Yeah, you could see it could see them let it go. I wouldn't play the over here. I'd just play the second period over. I want to take overs with Anaheim all the time, but this feels like, I don't know, team total over, yeah. How my favorite game. I don't like when young players are going into a break. Yeah, I know. Maybe Anaheim money line and over 4.5 in the draw. Anaheim money line and team total over 3. Where do you? There's only a few sites that you can do that, but I would like that. It's a minus 135. I don't mind Anaheim money line first period and parlay it with Anaheim money line full game. I don't mind that. Probably get a good price on that. I mean, Seattle's only won one game on the road this year, so the best play is probably Ducks puck line first period. With no gift, yeah. Seneca, Leo, Terry, Lacombe, all over. Yeah. I mean, Lacombe's been shooting. I could see them going back to the point here. I just don't see this be see, the thing is John makes a good point. Seattle will go to war in this. Anaheim doesn't want it. Seattle will risk life and limb right now. That's why they're getting. I wonder if they're getting anybody back. I haven't heard anything. I mean, I'm going to make the mistake of looking at the roster now. They already traded Marchment for a fourth. They got Kako on the top line if you can trust him to score. Chandler Stevens per goal seems like an automatic right now. He's hot and shit. Hotter and shit. And yeah. Ryan Winterton. This lineup shouldn't be winning. Adam Larson's not very good anymore. Ryan Lindgren's not very good. Jamie Alexiak is not bad. Riker Evans is pretty good. Josh Mahura, Dunn's all right, but there's not much on there. And it's going to make a big difference if it's Grubauer or not. If it's Grubauer, I'll be definitely taking the team total over 3.5. All over 24 shots in 11 games. Yeah, I know. They're going to be trading guys off at the deadline. There's no doubt about that. I believe that was the plan all along. They got these veterans so they could get because they knew these two drafts. Like when you're rebuilding, you want to mess up on the draft because you can end up overpaying a guy who isn't very good. These last two drafts weren't spectacular. guys. And if you draft them that high, you end up having to overpay for players that aren't that great. So they went and got some veterans to be competitive and waited for these 2 drafts. And now they're going to start selling off for the picks in these 2 drafts. It'll give you more success than the last 2, which weren't very depth. I think that's what his plan was all along. But I mean, I have no factual information on that, but it made sense to me when people were asking, why do they get taking all these veterans and stuff? And I was thinking, you know what, you got 2 week drafts back to back. It makes sense. Go get some veterans that you can trade off and maybe get some firsts and stuff like that. Like Alexiak will probably bring you a first. I mean, Carlo, like, you got first and Minton back for Carlo last year. Just call up Toronto first before you do anything. Call up Trelivian and say, do you want Alexiak? How about now? How about now? 2 firsts and your 3rd kid. All right. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of props there you want to take. McTavish has been playing really well. He's been scoring. He's a good one. I mean, I know the Kraken scored against San Jose, but and they probably will here. Like, I could see the over 6. I could see the over hitting here. I could see it, but I would more trust the Ducks to score. I think Dostal will have a bounce back. And we got the Blue Jackets versus the Kings. Kings coming back off of Eastern road trip. Minus 185 for the Kings. Are you freaking on glue? I'm taking the Ducks. It's only a 5.5. Oh yeah, because the Kings can't score. They shut teams down. I'm taking the Blue Jackets. I don't know what you take with LA, but I would take Marchenko over shots. He's been going well over shots. I wouldn't take Fiala in this one. Fiala's really struggling with Big D. That's what she said. Yeah, he's still growing into his body. He's got a great shot, but a team like LA is going to probably have a tough time. I mean, I'd almost bet him under his shots. This is a really bad spot for LA, though, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's no way they're playing Merzlikins again. No way. Yeah, Werenski's hot right now. I feel like it's a good bounce back spot against an LA team coming back off the road. I mean, plus 154. I'll give them a shot. They're not that bad of a team. I think they're a better team than their record suggests. Marchment scored a goal his last game. You might want to take a look at him coming over from Seattle. They're going to be using him a lot up there. It's the reason why they got him. He's a net front guy. And they didn't really have that on that team to play in their top 6. So I get it. Well, I'd probably play him over shots. His shot prop is really good. I put quite a bit on that when he was in there on the top line. Especially a new guy to his new team. He's probably going to. While I'm saying this, let's make sure they didn't change the lines up, because they might have did that too. After they lost, they could be playing around where they want to put them. So be careful of that before you take a shot prop. You want to look and make sure. Probably won't get a good indication today. Yeah, Marchment. I think, yeah, they have actually changed it again. because Kent Johnston was playing in the bottom. Now they got Shinnikov playing on the fourth line. And Kent Johnson, Fantilli, and Marchment. I don't like that. Who did they have up there before? Who did they have up there before? Marchenko, Charlie Coyle in the middle. He's totally mixed up his lines. Voronkov, Monahan, Sillinger, totally mixed them up. Charlie Coyle up there with Marchenko. Marchenko will be, he'll be shooting a lot because he's not going to be passing to either one of those guys. But on the same note, that looks like a shutdown line to me. So he may not be shooting. Jenner, Coyle, and Marchenko. They're going to be going up against LA's top line, Kempe and Kopitar. I'm trying to shut them down. But I can only take Columbus. I can't take LA. No way, no way, no way. Coming off an Eastern road trip. And they got Seattle right after this too. And Columbus has. So they even got a look ahead spot. Not a look ahead spot, but I noticed though that the first it was a bad road trip for LA, right? And then they won their last game against Florida. Oh, they got Colorado the next day. Yeah. Give me Columbus. They'll probably play. They got to play Copley in one of these. They can't play Forsberg back to back. So this will probably be a Copley game. Columbus team total over. A little bit. You probably get a 2.5 at not a bad price. Perception is that LA's defense is really good. Shit, minus 115 for the team total over. I'll get on there right now. Yeah, I'd take the draw and dog for sure. Yeah, I know. This has got to be Copley. They're not playing him Forsberg here and against Colorado. It's Colorado the next day, right? They got Colorado. Are they going on the road to Colorado too? Yeah. They're coming home and then going on the road to Colorado right after this. They don't. This is a brutal spot. The only thing I don't like about it is it was a bad road trip. Columbus plays Seattle the next night, right? If I got this right. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I apologize. I went too far ahead. Seattle the next night. Okay, I got you. Yeah, so they got an easy game the next night. Yeah, they'll probably play Copley against Seattle now that I see it. Yeah. And the Blue Jackets have nothing after this. So Blue Jackets draw. Team total over 2.5 for the Blue Jackets is minus 150. I know LA is kind of hard to play against, but at that price, I think it's worth a shot. Especially if Copley's going to be in that. And even not. Forsberg's not used to playing this much freaking hockey, man. Jesus. And then almost LA. Columbus had 3. Yeah. 3 against Anaheim. Yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite play. LA did allow 3 to Florida, though. 4 to Dallas. I mean, it's not unheard of for them to give up 3, but it is rare. It is rare. Lost to Florida, 1 Tampa Bay. They were on a 5-game road trip. That's that's kind of the only thing I worry about here. Is that LA was on a 4-game losing streak. They won against Tampa Bay. I don't like to go against teams that just broke a losing streak, even if they're coming home. But in this case, where they have they have Seattle next, I could definitely see this just fighting for a draw, and Columbus wins this one way or another. I definitely could see that. 3-game, yeah. 5-game losing streak, 3-game road trip out east. Pretty tough games too. But I'm gonna clip this shit. All right. What do I have to remember here? Give to the Chafety. Go over to Tony's picks. I'll have like a bunch of picks there. You can DM me and I'll tell you which ones I like the most of the picks that are there. Again, most of them you'll probably know what the thing is. You're not going over there to like get a pick to that you couldn't come up with yourself. It goes to the Chafety fund, of course. No chafing in the land. Hymes body lube, it's the best there. I said it. And anniversary, our 2026 New Year's pearls are coming to the land right now. Pearls of Wisdom necklaces. I already gave away one. You can have it too. I think it was Timothy. He's got one. He sent it out. He added me and shared out my stuff. If you want to just go on my profile and do it, just go on my profile. Send out my pics or send out my what am I trying to say? Retweet, for fuck's sakes. Retweet is what I'm trying to say. That's all I was trying to say. It's just retweet. I couldn't get in my head. Retweet it, and then I'll know it's you, and I'll send you out 2026 brand spanking new Pearls of Wisdom necklace. If you want, you can go purchase it yourself, though. Just go to the Costco, or you can go to Myers. You can find it at Myers. If you're Canadian, you can go to Sobeys. Grab it over at Sobeys. Winners, they have them. Just ask them where the loop section is, and they'll head you over there. But go to the Costco, you get yourself bats. Just ask. Tell them Pearlo sent you. They'll like that. Get a little discount. Say, Pearlo sent me. I like a vat of whatever flavor you're looking for. Boysenberry seems to be popular now. All right. Let's look back at the games, and Fred Myers. Oh, was it? And now it's Meiers or whatever. Yeah. I remember in Canada when you had IGAs. Sobeys Sobeys bought them all out. Now Sobeys did an amazing thing. What they did was they franchised their franchises out. So the people had to do all this work to be successful. And as soon as they found out which ones were good, they built their own Sobeys like a couple blocks away from them. So they wouldn't be able to, their numbers would go down, and then bought those Sobeys back off of the people that they franchised them out to at pennies at the dollar. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. Two different animals, maybe. I don't even know what that is. Myers here is just a grocery store. Yeah, it's like what we have there. I don't know if you still have Safeways anymore in BC. I don't know if you have that anymore, or is it all? You have Sobeys, right? Like Sobeys is pretty much the big thing there. Save On in Alberta, Save On. It's like that. It's more like Myers is more like the Save On type thing, but you got clothes and stuff in there too, so it's a little different. Safeway, yes, you still have Safeway. Yeah. They got. I don't think they have any of them in Alberta anymore. They were all bought out. But okay, let's go. It's just 4 games to clip, and I gotta go. I got some naps. I did get. I'm on. I only got 2 more naps to go today. I'm up to number 12. So I don't like to go over 14. And I have a pants-free living speaking to do tomorrow. I don't know if I brought that up to you. I'm very close and very passionate about creating a world where we have pants-free living. Now, that doesn't mean you don't wear clothing in your below your waist. I'm talking about like work pants, uncomfortable pants, anything that you would call pants. Sweats is fine. Jeans, rather not. I'd rather not. But like kilts, shorts, all of those more free-flowing lower abdomen attire, I think would change the world. It would. That and Hymes will change the world. Remove all war. People will be more free and loving. It would just be. It's my heart is. It's a big part of my deal, and I have a speaking to do tomorrow. So got to get my naps in. All right, let's go here. Where do we? I gotta go back. Go back. All right, St. Louis, Tampa Bay. I really think Tampa Bay will take this, but I'm going to trust St. Louis Blues to score in the first. Might even take them to score first because they have been doing that a lot. Little iffy on that with Tampa Bay. Did I establish here? Tampa Bay has St. Louis has another game after this, and this is the final game for Tampa Bay before the break. So I oddly like the over in this game, and I know St. Louis, and it's hard to take it, but if Binnington is in net, if Hofer is in net, I may look at his over saves, depending on what the price is, because Tampa Bay is not the biggest shot volume team in the world. Holmgren, or what's his name? Holmgren is playing on the top line there for Tampa Bay. He's a good player, actually. It's another Toronto head scratching move that they made. They just don't like guys that sheet. They just don't like them. Get Werner. play him for one. Kucherov over shots, stuff like that. And of course, Darren Radish. Darren Radish for shots, goals, assists, all of those sort of things like that. But I don't blame anybody for betting St. Louis at this price. I don't. I just think it's not a spot. Shorts is the life. Yes, it is, Rich. Yes, it is. I think we need to bring back American version of a kilt too. I really do. I think that is the finest attire that you could imagine. You could modernize it, something like that. A male skirt of some kind that looks very manly should be brought back. And I'm working on it. But trying to balance, I gotta get Hymes first, get that established, and much more than 50% of the land lubed up before I can venture too much into the pants aspect of it. It's a little daunting. I need some help. That's what I need. Anybody DM me. I need a little help. I'm starting to wear a little thin here. Not getting, I think there's a couple, I went back. I had only 10 naps. Was it 3 days ago or something like that? I mean, can't have that. I disciplined myself. I spent my life disciplining myself, 14 naps a day, and I'm not going to break it. All right, let's get to the next game. Vancouver, Philadelphia. I think we established that we like Vancouver here. And the draw. Dog and draw. Dog and draw was the thing that we liked here. Yes. The Flyers, I believe, had one more game after this. And Vancouver, this was the last game. The only thing I don't like about it was it could be like an exhale game for Vancouver. Maybe they go a little too much like it's over. They've won several in a row, and it's a little bit of a letdown spot for them. But Philadelphia's got to fly out to Chicago after this, and they're both on a road trip. And I like the cut of their gym there in Vancouver. I like the way they're playing. I like Foote. I like everything they're doing there right now. I think Adam Foote is an amazing coach, and I know they're playing against Rick Tocchet. I know Philadelphia is going to be up for this game too. That's why I like the over in this game. I know that both. I just don't see this being a slow-paced game. I'm not going to put a ton on it because Demko's playing excellent and Vladar's playing excellent. What I will do is probably look at one of these teams for their goaltender over saves. And I would lean to Philadelphia because Philadelphia's really got more shots. So like Demko over saves or something like that. That's what it was if you can get it for a good price. I talked about Tampa Bay. Yeah, it was only 4 games, right? Columbus, LA. I'm not taking LA at that price, minus 185 at home. Just not gonna do it. No way. How much I put on it or what I do with it is going to a lot to. Oh yeah, right. I forgot all about it. Ice guys. Alex and Ian, team coming off of a long road trip. Columbus Blue Jackets, first goal, first period. Got to take it. That's right. Forgot about that. And it's LA. LA blows. This is no way in hell LA should be getting minus 185. I know that Columbus is not really flying right now, but There's no way in hell I am going to pay anything with these LA Kings. The only thing that has me pausing is they were on a losing streak and they won against Florida. Yeah, it was a bad. So if a team is on a bad road trip and they win their last game on a losing streak, there's a couple betting angles there. First of all, I like to bet a team that breaks a losing streak. Second of all, I like to bet a team if it's the first game back off a road trip that was bad. Bad road trips, especially if they were diabolically bad. Maybe the second game after that I'll fade. Lots of draws in here. I could definitely see the draw. Columbus is a big draw team. Well, they have been, but not as of late, actually. Yeah, not as much of a draw team as I thought. LA's constantly keeping it close. And LA has Seattle right after this, where Columbus, I believe, is done for the new year. Yeah. So Columbus can go flying. Like, they got to have this one, too. I think they're going to be desperate. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I like Columbus. I might like Columbus so much that it could be my best bet tomorrow. Could be my best bet tomorrow, plus 154. Could be. We'll see. Tune in and find out, my friends. Anaheim, Seattle. I just got it. I can't get it there to Seattle. I just can't. I can't. And I can't also remember which teams have another game after this and which ones don't. I miss Dre. He always does all the writing it down, and should probably think about doing that one day. Actually, I've thought about it lots, but probably never going to happen. Seattle sort of owned this. They won the last one. I forgot to see if there was any. You know what? We did this whole video, and I didn't see if there was revenge spots for sakes. But this is a revenge spot, October 9th. It's not a huge revenge spot, but it was a revenge spot. Seattle did beat them in Seattle 3-1. Anaheim's been kind of sputtering. They had a really good win. That was a tough road trip, though. That was a tough road trip. Big win against Columbus. Get back on track again. They don't play till the new year. The other thing is they could be looking ahead to, because they're a young team, to all the Christmas festivities and soirees and all of those sort of things like that. Lube parties. It's the only thing I can say, but they're a way better team. I don't even mind this price in regulation. Team total over should be Dostal in that. Seattle has a game right after this, right? Yeah, they have a game against LA. If it's Grubauer, I'm going to go even heavier on team total over. Yeah. That's right. So if you're betting, if you're betting Phil, I just can't bet Seattle. Front part of the back-to-back coming off, I wouldn't say fat, because they're a hardworking team. Like, I don't want to. There is an avenue where Seattle wins that game. If Anaheim's looking ahead to this season, they're making all their plans and they look past Seattle, they could win this. I wouldn't put a ton on Anaheim. I'm trusting Quenneville that they'll have their shit together here. You want to go into the break on a loss. It's kind of ugly. You want to be feeling good, stuff like that. And Anaheim puck line first period. That was the big thing. Seattle's only won one first period on the road this year. So Anaheim's not the greatest first period team at home, but they're not bad. I think they're like 8-7-1. But Seattle's only won one game, one first period on the road. They have some draws, but I'm still looking at tomorrow's slate. Same as Sunday scenarios are on both sides for all the games. I don't understand what that means, Ice. All right. That's my full 42. I'm so happy that you yeah. I know. Anaheim is the play. I like the puck line first period better than anything. I like a little bit on the team total over. I think I said I liked Anaheim money line first period and Anaheim full game as well. Bye, Hernandez. All right. That's my full 42. Subscribe. Oh, I forgot. Do your finger Pilates. Do your finger Pilates and like the button. We had 22 likes, people liking it. And that makes me feel warm and fuzzy on my insides when you do those sort of things like that. Because we work at this. I was going to say we work hard, but we don't work hard. There's no working hard. We work fun. It does take time though, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy it when you enjoy it. So if you enjoy it, tap the like. If you haven't been in this land before, because everybody in the land is subscribed by now. So we work well. There you go. Look at Rich. I'm going to put that up there. We work well. Work hard? Yeah. Terry Vegas. I know. Not in the vocabulary, right? Yeah. We AM, not PM. What are you on today, Ice? What the hell? Oh, I wait until 1:30, 2 p.m. Eastern for lines set for the night. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't understand what you were saying. Now I do, though. Full 42. Pearl's going out to the land. I'm going to Pearlo dance you all out. Get over to Puck in Deep. R&J Media. Excellent stuff. We got another one coming out. It's going to be on my channel this week. Be watching out for it. It is awesome. I'm hoping Lyle Richardson is on. The one on R&J Media, I'll put it down here, is really good. I believe it's really good. Message down at the bottom or comment or whatever. Like it if you like it. It's something that I'm not one to do clean shows. I don't like it because that's not my humor. But if I were to do one, and this is one, this is the way I would do it. We say whatever we want to say, not worrying about offending anybody. I talk shit about teams. I talk good about teams. We get right down to brass tacks. It's R&J Media Sports, actually. Add sports on the end of that. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. Okay.